Alright, so I just want to say, this fish is weird, and at the same time, I do not like this fish at all. So for those that don't know, this is a stonefish, a fish located in the Indo-Pacific region of the planet. Also, I'm afraid of my voice by now, I do not live or have been anywhere near the region, so I bet you're asking, why do I hate this fish? Well, for 3 reasons. 1, its biology, 2, how it functions, and 3, is basically a big middle finger from nature. So I'm going to get the obvious out the way. This fish is the most venomous fish on the planet, which should be scary enough. Because usually when something is very poisonous, venomous, the creature usually wear bright colors to let you know, hey, if you touch me, I bite you or sting your ass, you're dead. But nope, this fish, as the name implies, looks like a stone. This thing has Call of Duty active camouflage in its DNA. And with it being the most venomous on the planet, that is basically a recipe for disaster for everybody besides the stonefish. So as I understand why I hate this thing, you need to know how it functions. First, stonefish are ambush predators, which is why I have the stocky stone look for camouflage, because stonefish are pretty freaking slow, so they can't chase their prey like normal fish could. And these guys can literally blend in anywhere, whether it be near coral reefs, mudflats, shallow lagoons, in the sand, or near other rocky surfaces in the water. So a stonefish makes its home in one of these areas, and when it finishes setting up, it just sits there for days on end, waiting for its next meal. Now, with the stonefish not being a strong swimmer to join the Olympics, it is, however, faster than it strikes, which is a core trait for most ambush predators, and it takes as little as 15 hundredths of a second for the fish to grab and swallow its prey, which is one of the fastest strikes in the known ocean. So, stonefish are solitary hunters, so they just kind of do their own thing, but you will if you insist catching them in a group in one area, which is bad. So imagine you're a small fish or a crustacean, and you're just going by your business, going by a couple of reefs, and the next thing you know, lights out. You just got eaten by the equivalent of Patrick Starr's house. Now for a fish perspective, that freaking sucks, and I would hate dealing with this in my neighborhood. Now for the human's perspective. Now I said it before, the stonefish is the most venomous fish on the planet, which begs the question, where do they eject their venom from? Well, for most fish, they have a dorsal fin on its back to help control the swimming. For stonefish, they use it for a different purpose. Self-defense. The stonefish dorsal fin has 13 holotoxic spines. When threatened or disturbed, will erect them and inject venom into the victim to keep it being eaten. Just a reminder, these guys love to live in the shallows of the water and are very hard to spot, including sandy beaches where they can survive as long as 24 hours outside of water. So as a human, what do you think will happen if we have a creature that lives in the shallows of the water? It's very hard to spot on both land and sea while being one of the most venomous things on the planet. Oh, and to really hammer it home, they don't use regular venom. Theirs are specialized with a toxin called toxin. So if you step on it, you'll experience extreme levels of pain, inflammation, muscle spasms, tissue necrosis, potentially paralysis or cardiac arrest as the venom circulates your system and crosses you out the senses in under an hour. Oh yeah, and there's 5 flavors of these things too, cause why the hell not? I told you to do a middle finger from nature. But luckily though, there is an antivenom, and it's highly effective. But it doesn't change the fact that I have to watch my step on land and sea just to stay alive. So I gotta get off by a fish that is literally designed for me to not see, which means every step I take shows whether I live or die. Yeah, the hell with this fish.